boxes. Puedes guardar tus propios reglajes o seleccionar alguno de los predeterminados que el equipo tiene preparados.
So some people
a
have the
partir
same
de los
number, but
datos
that's
de
fine. As long
simulación.
as the teammates don't have the same number, that's all I care about. Because then I wouldn't be able to tell them apart. There goes Ryan going 8th quickest. So right now we have 8 times on the chart. More drivers are coming through. We have the McLaren of Markle coming to the start finish straight. 8 times on the chart. Markle goes 2nd quickest. A 1:17.906. So our chart goes Pillars, Markle, Ben, Robert, Colton, Christian, Volcanic, David, Ryan, and we have 7 drivers still waiting to take lap times. We have 2 drivers on out laps, 2 drivers on timed laps. How about our New Zealander, Troy Salter, making a return to F1. He missed the entirety of last season, but he's back in an F1 car. He's driving a Mercedes. How about Foursquare going 2nd quickest? A 1:17.532. And how about Troy Salter, top of the chart? A 1:16.695 in that Mercedes. So how about our 2-time series champion Dan in the Alfa Romeo? How about Freddie in the Toro Rosso back out on the track once again after taking a spin through turn 5? We have the Racing Point of Steven back out on the track after a spin on his timed lap. And how about Rolo making a return here in the Renault? We're still waiting on Octane to come out. He is on his way out of the pit lane now. We'll see Octane take to the track in just a moment. How about we go on board with Steven for a timed lap here at Hungary? So 11 drivers have taken time here in our 18-minute session. We have 10 minutes and 10.5 minutes remaining here in qualifying. How about a purple Sector 2 for the Racing Point? All eyes on Steven as he rounds Sector 3. Through the final corner, trying to keep it tight to that inside barrier. On to the start-finish straight we go. They'll go 4th quickest, a 1:17.848 for the Racing Point. Octane starting his timed lap. We'll have Dan coming around. Oh, Little Devil Freddy, he went 12th quickest, a 1:19.844. How about Dan? Here he comes onto the start-finish straight. 2-time series champ goes 7th quickest. Next we have Rolo going 15th, or is 15th right now, coming through the final corner. Where will he end up on the chart? He's using ERS mode 4 through the final corner down the start-finish straight. Rolo will go 9th quickest. And Octane, the last driver to take time in this session. The Octane working his way through the final sector now.
It's me letting people go by. See one more car.
And Octane onto the start finish straight. He'll go 6th quickest, a 1:17.957. Not bad for not being in the car for a few weeks. A nice welcome back. He'll go 6th quickest. So now all 16 drivers have taken time, but there's a lot of drivers out on track. Let's catch up with Pillars, who's on a timed lap right now, trending into green, but he's about 8/10 off of the fastest lap. Or I'm sorry, 6/10 off the fastest lap. Let's see if Pillars can get that pole time. And how about Ben, top of the chart? Markle top stat, a 1:16.590, top of the chart for the McLaren. Topping the Rocket Williams of Ben. He'll go second quickest, just 3 100ths quicker than Troy. And Pillars, he does not improve on his lap time, as there is a swerving Ferrari in front of him.
Nuestra mejor vuelta hasta ahora es 1 minuto 18,3.
And now we're on board with our very consistent 4 square. Very consistent, very smooth. Almost never puts a tire wrong on any F1 circuit he takes to. Riding on board of 4 square. Had a lot of podium finishes last season, but more importantly had 3 wins. Let's see if we can improve on that win total through this season. 4 square in the Red Bull. His teammate Many Things also in the Red Bull. He won't be in the Red Bull for tonight's event by my mistake in the lobby. We'll see what he hears.
Still go to Red Bull, right?
Yes, he wants to still go to Red Bull. I'll have to remember that, but yes. Yeah. I really hope so.
Also, in real life F1, because now we actually have more than 10 people, the fastest lap point will only be awarded if like the person who set the fastest lap in the top 10 will leave.
Right, yes. Yes, the fastest lap point is still up for grabs every week, but that person must get points in the race to get the fastest lap point.
Alright.
How about David returning, still looking for his first career EWRL F1 Series victory. Let's see if it comes here at the Hungria ring right now, 7th on the chart in that Rocket Williams. Heading into the pit lane. Let's ride on board with our 2-time series champion, Dan. Dan had the luxury of not winning a championship this past season and letting his brother take a title. And now the Park brothers continue to make their own here in this EWRL F1 series, going 3 for 3 on championships. Obviously Dan with 2, Ben with his own last season. Will anybody challenge the Parks this season? We'll figure that one out. Oh, and around goes Dan, trying to keep the Alfa Romeo under control. Finds himself in the grass, just outside the gravel trap there. I believe that is turn 9.
Nos quedan 2 vueltas de combustible.
On board of Rolo making a return. He looked very speedy in the exhibition race last Sunday with the 1970s F1 cars. And how about Troy Salter back at it again, top of the charts, a 1:16.496 with just under 4 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. We have Troy, Markle, Ben, the top of the chart. We expected these top 3. How about Foursquare Stat 4? Maybe expect him to get bumped down a couple spots just because of Troy making a return. But how about Pillars in the top 5? Pillars comes out right in front of the Alfa Romeo. Yeah, I'd really hate that for you. I really hope you can. I really hope you can race. Looks like the Dans are getting into it. They're in qualifying. The Alfa Romeo was on a flyer, and the Ferrari was on an outlap, and kind of sat there for half a lap. I don't think it was intentional, but let's see. Get out 2.5 minutes remaining here in the session. Fords to be back at a grid. We have Volcanic right now sat 15th, seeing if he can improve. Looks like he's getting ready to go on a timed lap here. That's right on board. Oh, don't forget, yeah, pit road speed is a thing.
I was going 50.5, okay?
On board with the Ferrari right now, sat 15th on the chart. Let's see if he can improve. Markle, Foursquare, they're on outlaps.
Nuestra mejor vuelta hasta ahora es
See the racing point of Steven.
Aviso al
Rookie
box.
for the
Sale
season and
el
a
coche.
reserve driver on the season for now. Steven sat 8th right in front of this Ferrari. Let's catch up with Pillars, who's on the timed lap right now, trending in the green. Can he maybe get 4th? That's what he's looking at right now as Foursquare's on an outlap. Pillars coming off of the final corner. He will get to 4th with a 116.762. And how about that? The top 4 all in the 116 bracket, all within 0.3 of a second. Foursquare on a timed lap. Let's see if he can take 4th back. And the Ferrari will not take part in another lap. Oh, it's gonna be close. I don't think Dan's gonna make it. He is on it. You see the Mercedes giving way. Oh no, he's not gonna make it. Oh, you hate to see it. Troy did just barely get a timed lap off. But here comes the Alfa Romeo of Dan. He will not get another in. The Mercedes is heading into the pit lane. Here comes Foursquare. He will not improve on the time. I'll take a Renault with him.
Around goes the smoke.
Yep. Please don't go into the pit lane after your time is expired. Oh, Mother McLaren just caught up on a slow Toro Rosso. Let's see if it keeps his oh, he's already trending in the red. He's got to do something magical here in this final sector. He's catching up on the race point. He's going wide through the corner. The race point gives way. Let's see, Markle through the final corner. He's used a lot of ERS. Down to start finish straight does not look like he will improve. Yeah, he would not improve on that time. Racing point is done. And that looks like everybody, because Troy has no other competitors. He doesn't even have to try, just really keeping the tires underway. That's Troy, top of the charts, and will start on the pole for the Hungarian Grand Prix. How about that? We have Troy, Ben, Markle, Pillars, Foursquare, David, Octane, Steven, Rolo, Dan, your top 10. After that, we have Robert, Christian, Colton, Freddie, Volcanic, Ryan, rounding out the rest of the grid. We're hoping we can get many things in Zesty in here to give us an 18-car grid. Let's see what happens. Looks like they are readied up.
Oh.
Hopefully, at least gives them a random car or something.
Anything.
Right.
Anything would be good. Hey, I'm in.
Alright.
Got a McLaren.
Alright, you're in. But Zesty, you're in. Alright.
Oh, son of a...
Oh, wow, the heavy wets.
Rain.
That's what I
This is
said.
gonna be a blast, boys.
Yeah.
No.
Many things. Since you're right behind me, just know I'm gonna try to retire before the formation lap. I'll try to go on the start and pull off to the left side.
All right.
Repasa todas las marchas si puedes. Tenemos que asegurarnos de que la transmisión es perfecta antes de empezar. Vamos a necesitar hacer
I didn't mean to take part in the formation lap.
neumáticos y frenos.
But
Eso sí,
so
hay que mantener
the
el
formation
fresco.
lap, I'm gonna try to go through the starting lineup through the pause menu because your boy messed up. It's okay. It's first race of the season. But here we go. Let's go through the starting lineup. Row 1, we have the Mercedes of Troy Salter starting alongside of him. Our defending series champion, Ben. Row 2, we have Markle in the McLaren and starting alongside of him, we'll have Pillars in the Ferrari. Row 3, we'll have Foursquare in the Red Bull and starting alongside of him, David in the Williams. Row 4, we'll have Octane in the Haas and Steven in the Racing Point. Row 5, we'll have Rolo in the Renault. And alongside of him, we'll have Dan in the Alfa Romeo. Row 6, we'll have Robert in the Renault and Christian in the Toro Rosso. Row 7, we have Colton in the Mercedes and Freddie in the Toro Rosso. Row 8, we have Volcanic in the Ferrari and Ryan in the Haas. Row 9, we'll have Hector in the Racing Point, and alongside of him we'll have many things in the McLaren. They both did not get a chance to qualify. So how about an 18 driver grid to kick things off here at the Hungarian Grand Prix? It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, you know those braking points that you've been practicing so much. Yeah, just bring those all the way back.
Yeah, all those dry races, yeah, screw them. They're gone.
Yeah. All that practice means fuck all now.
So how about this? We have a
Qualifying
mix.
means nothing.
We have a mix of current drivers, returning drivers, and new drivers. This is going to be a blast here at the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix. 35 laps of absolute madness in heavy, wet conditions.
No ramming, okay? Just don't ram people.
What?
That'll be good.
I hear someone use my name in the word wreck in the same sentence.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Alright, many things go around my car. I've retired. Please go around the car.
Yeah.
Here you go. And we've got 5 red lights. And it is lights out. And away we go. Everybody's trying to get the traction on their tires. How about the Mercedes trying to clear the rest of the grid? All you see for Rooster Tails. Oh, crashing in the back. I'm sorry. No, and around goes the Toro Rosso. That's Christian going around. He takes out a Williams with him. That's David. Oh, and there's Dan in the Alfa Romeo.
And throw these cars in the way. Can't see crap.
You see all the rooster tails, and now the drivers working their way up to the top of the hill. Everybody queued up in a train. Saba, Troy leading us over Ben and Markle. The top three, very rough conditions, of three very talented drivers, and Ben cuts the chicane.
So I meant to keep going.
And around goes Freddie in that Toro Rosso, trying to get back going. So how about back here to battle for 11th, we have Robert trying to hold off Hector. How about Hector, who started towards the rear of the grid? He did a lot of practice this week, already working up the inside of Robert. And how about Hector already up 7 spots from where he started? And how about this? Many things in that McLaren, up 9 spots from where he started. So, Troy with the fastest lap on the opening lap, a 1:41.099. That's on the heavy wet compounds.
Bandera amarilla.
But they were both full wet.
Is my Red Bull just gonna stay?
Is useless.
Yeah, I've retired. Is he just gonna stay here the whole race?
Guess so.
I rest my case.
It means no overtakes in turn 2.
Yeah. Nobody go wide through turn 1. You'll find a sitting Red Bull.
Or instead of sitting duck.
Ooh. So, how about Rolo, who qualified 9th, but right now up to 5th. This is what we expected, because remember, back on the exhibition race this past Sunday, Rolo was pretty fast. He was able to contend with Ben, again, our defending series champ, and so it doesn't really surprise me that he's up here in the 5th position, trying to gain on the group in front of him. How about Pillars, who's dropped back to the 6th position, but holding his own there. Octane, I'm a little surprised. He spent so much time out of the race car, and now just jumps right back in. It's a Haas here at Hungary, and he's up in 7th. In very treacherous conditions, hasn't lost any spots from where he started. How about the battle for 12th? You have the Mercedes and the Racing Point going toe-to-toe. Troy with the fastest lap, a 1:35.729 on the heavy wet compound.
Wait, who else is in the Racing Point? Zesty? Okay, Zesty.
Steven and Hector, yep, you two are in the Racing Point. We have David heading into the pit lane there in the Williams.
Red Bull goes wide.
How about many things? 11 positions up from where he started. And he's quickly gaining on the Haas of Octane.
I'm in the middle of something, that was not a good time. Yes.
How about Volcanic right now in the 5th position? Or I'm sorry, in the 10th position, up 5 spots from where he started. Nice for that Ferrari. Looks like at the moment it's a double points race for the Ferrari. And I believe that, and the McLarens. Oh, no, many things is not actually racing for McLaren, he's racing for the Red Bull. So double points day for Red Bull. Oh, that's not. Oh my god, it's still out there. The marshals don't want to go out onto the track. It is pouring rain.
I can't blame them.
Yeah, the little fixies might get wet after all.
They're volunteers after all, they don't get paid.
How about
for this.
working lap 4 of 35? DRS is not a factor because the track is so wet and it would be unsafe to have these drivers open up their back wings. But if it were the case, we're already on lap 4 of 35 and Troy's already opened up nearly a 2-second gap. It's 1.7 seconds now to our defending series champion Ben. Ben actually now under attack from the driver who rivaled him for the championship, Markle. As they go up the hill through turn 5, they go very treacherous in the heavy wet conditions. Could be considered torrential rain. Now, Formula 1 2019 has safety cars that can be deployed if the conditions are very, very bad.
Those pillars.
Very torrential rain. It has happened before.
Oh, this is off.
Pillars went off.
The pillars went off.
Creo que debemos apuntar con estos neumáticos un poco más, pero se nota que la pista se está secando. Quizá podamos realizar el cambio en breve.
There's a caution in Sector 1 that's still to Red Bull.
Oh, and Octane.
Just ignore that. Octane's gone off. They'll go back to 7. How about many things up into the 6th position? As I believe Pillars has made a pit stop.
He's gone.
Oh, he went off. Oh, wow. But Troy with a 135.626. That's the fastest lap in the Mercedes. Now the Pillars was up in the top 5 and is now back to the 12th position. We hope he can make that up. And now into the pit lane.
Oh, wow, okay. Thank you.
Alright, maybe a moment between the McLaren and the Haas. Going toe to toe, that's many things in Octane. And Marco's still working over the gearbox of the Williams, but as Ben, of all people, starts to queue up a group of cars, Foursquare becomes a factor there in the 4th position in that Red Bull.
Hay que apretar ahora. Ajusta el despliegue del ERS para adelantar. ERS para adelantar.
Oh, we got a big group of cars back here for the 7th position. Octane in the Haas kind of has the whole grid in check behind him. He's got Steven, and he's got Volcanic and Hector, all in a group of cars. And around goes one of the Racing Points as Hector's able to keep it under control. How about Robert up into the point position of 10?
Bandera amarilla.
Yeah. Nice mid-pack battle here. Just like we would have in real life here, led by the Haas over the Racing Point, the Ferrari, the Renault, and the other Racing Point. Side by side, here we go for the 8th position. Volcanic around the outside. Hector trying to keep it down on the inside. Through turn 3 we go. Side by side, slipping and sliding. Racing Point looks to the inside. Through turn 4, all nice and smooth. Up the hill to turn 5. Through the hairpin or the carousel, as you call it. On the way down to the chicane down here. Octane trying to hold on to that spot. Everybody going over the higher raised curbing on the inside. There goes a Racing Point off behind them. That's the 11th place Racing Point, Hector. Now Volcanic all over the gearbox of the Haas. Oh! Octane trying to keep that Haas under control. How about the Ferrari looking to the inside? This is 2 Ferrari engines going toe-to-toe for 7. Now look at Volcanic up the right side. Octane not giving up easily. Holding the inside. Oh, he hits the curbing on the inside. He's going to go wide. Trying to keep the car under control is Octane. In that Haas. And now the Ferrari up to the 7th position. Octane struggling a little bit now. Down 2 spots from where he started. And now the Renault's gone by. That's Robert in that Renault. Octane just trying to keep the car in one piece.
Tienen gomas de lluvia desgastadas. Los neumáticos llevan 6 vueltas. El último tiempo de vuelta ha sido 1 minuto 37,0. Le estás arañando 4 décimas por giro.
What a group of cars we got here going up. Oh, the Ferrari's in the grass. How about the Renault going to 7?
Sorry, Zesty.
Coche de seguridad desplegado.
Oh, and there's been a retirement. That's the Mercedes. And a safety car has been deployed. Oh, a huge accident here in turn 5. The Mercedes has gone straight off.
Coche de detrás le sacamos 6,3 segundos. Tienen gomas de lluvia desgastadas.
And everybody's still on the lead lap. This is going to bunch the grid back up once again. We'll have 17 cars queued up behind a safety car. Very unfortunate start to the season for the Mercedes. Believe that is Colton. The Renault into the pit lane, that would be Rolo. Everybody follows suit into the pit lane. How about Renault teammate? Oh, Robert heading into the pit lane. Hopefully the stacking isn't too bad. The first Renault driver is gone. Here comes the second. This could be our first instance of stacking coming into a play here. And the team is there just in time. My goodness, they got him out very quick. The racing point of Steven into the pit lane already down in the grid. Fitting on the set of inters. People trying things here. See how it goes.
Jeff's our current boost all inters.
Both Renaults and the racing point on intermediates. And now here comes the Toro Rossos. The Toro Rossos are going to stack. That's our first moment of stack. They're fixing the front wing on the Toro Rosso. They're already towards the rear of the grid, so it's not as big of an issue, I believe. There goes one Toro Rosso and the Williams. Oh! That might not be a safe release on the Williams. And there goes the Toro Rosso down and away. So, queued up behind the safety car, we have the Mercedes of Troy. Let's see if he pits for inters in the coming laps. He stays out, knowing track position is most beneficial here. But how about our defending series champion Ben bringing it in? Markle's bringing it in. Many things is going to stack, knowing when he sees his teammate in front of him pit. Or his interim teammate. We have Ben, Markle, Foursquare, many things, Volcanic, Octane, and Hector all in the pit lane. This is really going to benefit Rolo, who's already pitted. So Markle and Foursquare come out 3rd and 4th. Ben comes out 5th. Volcanic 6th. I'm sorry, Roberts goes by Volcanic. Volcanic's right now 7th. Then we have Octane, Many Things, Hector coming out of the pit lane together. On pit lane we have Ryan, Pillars, and Dan also coming through the pit lane. So Steven goes up to the 11th position, followed by Ryan, Pillars, Dan, and then David back into the pit lane.
Hay que dar caza a los demás un poco. Nos estamos quedando demasiado atrás. Recuerda que tenemos que permanecer a menos de 10 cuerpos de distancia del siguiente coche.
So a lot of drivers opting for intermediates, but our race leader Troy Salter on the heavy wets, working our first safety car period of the season. Everybody behind Troy is on intermediates until the 15th position. Christian is on wet tires that are 1 lap old. Safety car is in turn 12. I'm sorry, turn 13. Now the safety car is in the final corner.
Se acerca ambiente seco, pero no Nos quedan
get ready
10
to work
minutos
our
más de
first
lluvia.
restart of the Formula 1 2019 game. EWRL F1 Season 4 season. So I believe we have everybody through 11th position queued up. We're waiting on the Haas and the Ferrari to queue up. With the Alfa Romeo. And here comes Christian in from on the wets. I don't believe he'll be able to queue up on time. We'll have the Toro Rosso and the Williams try to queue up. It'll be a while before they can queue up with the safety car at this pace. Troy just trying to keep that front nose clean without hitting the back end of the safety car. So everybody through the 14th position is queued up to the safety car. We still have both Toro Rossos and one of the Williams in Sector 1. The safety car will be going in this lap. So we have 14 drivers queued up.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can see except the guy on first.
And here we go. Troy's going to lead the queue back to green flag conditions. Green flag back in the air. We're racing at the Hungaro ring. Troy trying to fend off Rolo. Rolo's gonna get very aggressive. He locks up the tires on the inside of the Mercedes. Troy trying to keep room. How about Marco looking to the inside? Rolo goes through for the race lead. Marco trying to keep the McLaren under control. Looking to the right side of the Mercedes now. He's going wide. Now Foursquare can have a go at the McLaren. And they all fall into line. All lined up, second through fifth. Troy, Marco, Foursquare, Ben. Four very clean, very talented racers.
Marco, sorry.
Foursquare trying to look on the McLaren, and Ben trying to just hold on to this queue. Ben going all over the curbing. How about Robert joining the queue of the very talented? And around goes the Red Bull. The first mistake from Foursquare.
I don't know, man. There's a gap there. What's the gap? I was on Marco's butt.
And now Foursquare just trying to hold on to 1 point for the moment. I don't believe Foursquare received any damage as of my knowledge, just a spin. Volcanic into the fourth position now as Troy is falling down the grid. Ben has gone by for fifth, and how about Rolo, the fastest lap, a 1:34.048 on the intermediate compound. How about Volcanic into the fourth position? Under attack from the Williams, he has to take evasive action to not destroy the gearbox of the Ferrari.
Dude, I can't see.
And Ben now all over the gearbox of Volcanic. He is getting tired of being held up by the Ferrari, trying to find a way around him. And now Ben in a Ferrari sandwich looks to have a go into the chicane, has to keep the car under the brakes. And oh, there goes Robert off into the grass. He was on the podium for the moment, and now all the way back to the 7th position. And now Volcanic onto the podium, but he is being hunted by the defending series champ.
I'm sorry, Zesty, for that bump.
Oh, Troy on the wet tires is falling all the way down the grid. He may fall out of points. He is holding up a queue of cars. Here goes the racing point of Hector. Looking around the outside. Clearing around goes the other racing point. That's Steven going around, possibly contact with Dan. There may be front wing damage on that racing point.
Cuidado, cuidado.
Very little front wing damage, but there is some. And Pro makes his way into the pit lane. Troy says enough is enough of these wet tires on to put on the intermediates. All the way back in the 14th position. Don't know why he didn't pit under the safety car. Well, he was trying to hold on to track position. That's why he didn't pit, but wow, how that backfired. So back up front, we have Rolo leading the Grand Prix 1.4 seconds out in front of Markle. Can the McLaren chase down the Renault? Then he pings up to the 5th position and must have made contact with the Ferrari. How about many things? All the way up in the 5th position. Now working to try to catch the faster of the two Ferraris pillars. And Ben right now on the podium. I never thought I'd see a day where Ben would just have to settle for a podium, but today might just be that day. Ben under attack now from the Ferrari of Pillars. Down the front straightaway they go. Pillars looks to the inside. Trying not to lock up under braking. Keeps it nice and tight to the gearbox of the Williams. So now the gap between the Renault and the McLaren at the front of the grid, 1.1 seconds. Markle is closing the gap on Rolo. Markle does have slightly fresher tires by 1 lap over the Renault. The Renault pitted on the very first lap at a safety car, while Markle pitted on the second lap.
Hay una nueva estrategia disponible en el DNF.
How about Volcanic falling another spot now? This one to Hector in the racing point. Hector making a nice recovery. I believe was outside the top 10, up to 7th now. "21 laps to go here at the Hungaroring.
El coche de detrás va a 1,1 segundos. Tienen intermedios desgastados. Los neumáticos llevan 6 vueltas. El último tiempo de vuelta ha sido 1:32,3. No sobra combustible para una vuelta. Objetivo de combustible +1.
So now Markle maintaining the gap between the Renault and the McLaren up front. Trying to close it even more. DRS would not be a factor in Bahrain. And now Pillars all over the gearbox of the Williams, pressuring Ben into making a mistake. Of all people, will Pillars be able to pressure our defending series champ? All over the gearbox of that Williams. Ben as cool as a cucumber. Markle's brought the gap down to just 1 second on Renault. Octane and Dan, this is the battle for 1 point between the Alfa Romeo and the Haas. Octane goes by 1 point to the Haas for the moment.
Yes, Tennessee.
It's not raining as hard. It's raining.
It's still raining though.
Yeah, I know. Should just go away by now.
Octane's gone wide. Dan trying to get him back. Marco all over the gearbox of the Renault now. Brought the gap down to half a second. Trying to close even more with slipstream. Got at 1 point to 4/10 of a second. The Toro Rosso has gone 1 lap down. That is Christian giving way to the lead lap cars. Very respectable. Foursquare Volcanic going toe-to-toe for 8th. Foursquare trying to hold on to the spot. Volcanic goes by.
I'm trying to take the spot.
Vamos a activar el despliegue del ERS y a consumir parte de esta
Volcanic
energía.
been dropping down the grid a little bit. But yeah, this is another episode of Foursquare trying to pass many things. Now he's just trying to pass Volcanic.
I picked up my teammate, right? Team orders. No, I'm kidding.
Valtteri, let Hamilton by.
And now the McLaren stalking the gearbox of the Renault. Marco is right there. Can he pressure Rollo into making a mistake? Now Rollo trying to break the slipstream.
Bandera amarilla.
Say it's
And it
stopped.
is now stopped raining. Now the track should be drying out. Will these drivers need to go to slick tires before the end of this? It should. There is 18 laps remaining. But we shall see how quick the track dries up. And now, was the rain the great equalizer? Will we see drivers start to become exposed on a dry racetrack?
De momento vamos bien con las gomas que llevamos.
Rollo holding his own, holding it steady at 5/10 of a second. Oh, and Rollo's gone wide. Marco trying to capitalize. Now they're going side by side to turn 13. Rollo holding on. It's 3/10 of a second down the front straightaway. Marco all over the gearbox trying to slipstream down to 2/10 of a second. Less than 2/10 of a second. But McLaren all over the gearbox trying to find a way around the Renault. Still all over him, but can't find a way to get a little more power on the Renault. How about a 3-car battle for the 8th position? Foursquare trying to hold off Volcanic, and now Octane. He wants more points.
Crazy.
Cuidado, cuidado.
Dan now all over the Haas, trying to get some points. The battle for third rages on. The Ferrari finally on the Williams. Pillars goes right on by Ben. Ben trying to find a way back.
Vamos a aprovechar esta energía. Aumenta el despliegue del ERS.
Now Rowe has been able to open up the gap a little bit to McLaren. Up to 8/10 of a second. Pillar's now starting to gap Ben for Williams. Pillars in the Ferrari. Many things may have a go at Ben.
Happy GoPro. I have one of those. Goddamn Christians. Yeah, I appreciate that, thanks.
Now Volcanic has a whole queue of cars once again. He's got the Haas, the Mercedes, the Alfa Romeo. He's got the Williams, all queued up behind his Ferrari. Here comes Octane, looking to the right side. He said enough is enough. Trying to find a way around the Ferrari. And trying to keep it down there as they go side by side off of turn number 1. Oh, and Volcanic's had a moment. Finally, somebody trying to find a way around him has gotten physical with him. It's now side by side with the Mercedes up the hill.
Whoa! Renault. Close call there.
Looks like Robert might have had a moment off the racetrack. Only really you.
I don't know what the best tire is right now.
La cosa se está poniendo interesante.
Troy desperately trying to find it around goes the Williams and David.
Con las que llevamos. La ventaja respecto a tu compañero de equipo es 16,8 segundos.
And
Nos acercamos a la ventana de
David
boxes.
holding up the
Vamos a
lap
poner
car of the
temblados.
Williams. But now Volcanic getting taken out of the points position. He's been holding up this group of cars all day. There goes the Renault into the pit lane.
Bandera verde.
And now Dan will have a go at the Ferrari. So everybody who was queued up behind the Ferrari has now found a way around the Ferrari. The Ferrari's back to 11. But everybody, Foursquare, Troy, Octane, Dan, all are trying to find a way around the Ferrari. They finally get him out of the way, and now they can race. Exactly what I'm doing. Get fast. Maybe I won't bully.
Esperemos que el
How about a
líder
nice quiet run at the moment now for Hector in the 6th position? About 18 seconds off the race lead
Cuidado,
and holding his own. Many things right now in 5th, still trying to have a go at Ben as the track dries and dries even more. Oh, Many things end up breaking a lunge at Ben. I don't know if that was intentional of a lunge, but Ben with the crossover goes right on by for 4th. Foursquare into the pit lane. Oh, locks up the tires, trying to get down the pit road speed.
para ver una nueva opción de estrategia.
And it's about that time. Foursquare, the first driver to fit a set of slick tires. It's on the medium. I'm sorry, David has as well, along with Freddie, towards the rear of the grid. But Freddie actually had an excursion off the track. He'll be replacing our front wing and putting on a set of softs. Christian fits a set of softs. Oh, the Ferrari gets back out in front of the Alfa Romeo. Dan's like, oh, brother, another go at this Ferrari. Oh, and Dan's gonna have a moment. He catches the car. That was scary. And now we have a mix of wet and slick tires on the racetrack. The top 7 on inters. Then we have 8th through 11th on mediums, 12th and 13th on inters, 14th on mediums, 15th on inters, 16th and 17th on softs. And here comes the grid. The Renault is in.
Listo, dale.
The McLaren is in.
Sorry about all the bumper
And away he goes. The Ferrari's in. Oh, he's got to wait for safe release. Oh, that sucks for the Ferrari. The McLaren's in. One with the Williams. Ben had to wait big time for a safe release. So many things will jump Ben in the pit lane.
Vale, despejado.
Mark will now gap by 2.8 seconds
Al coche de
over
detrás
the
le
Renault, and there's
sacamos
actually a lap car in the way.
2,9
That is a
segundos.
Toro Rosso.
Tienen medios recién puestos. El último tiempo de vuelta ha sido 1 minuto 38,2.
It'll still be there next week. And now everybody but the Renault has pitted for a set of slick tires. Now the Renault is coming into the pits. Oh, and the Toro Rosso has gone off.
Coche de seguridad virtual desplegado.
Marco was
Baja el
near that, and the
ritmo cuando
VSC
una
has been
delta
deployed.
positiva. El coche de seguridad virtual está desplegado. Vale, más
Oh, and
despacio,
David's
más
retired
despacio.
from the session.
Delta es negativa, lo que significa que vas
Man, it's
demasiado
slick tires
deprisa.
on a dry
Reduce el ritmo.
racetrack. I believe David just pulled it into the pit lane. No, David pulled it into the pit lane like forever.
El piloto de atrás lo tenemos a 3,2
Still working the
segundos.
VSC
Tienen
here.
medios
Rolo
recién
leads
puestos.
over
Los
Marco,
neumáticos
Pillars,
llevan
many
una
things,
vuelta.
Ben,
El último tiempo
and
de
we're back to
vuelta ha
racing.
sido
Green flag back in here, back to
43,6.
green flag conditions around the circuit. Well, we had 2 retirements. That brought out a VSC. We have Foursquare set 6 over Hector, Octane, Troy, Dan, the top 10. Volcanic just outside of points at 11th. Steven sat 12th. And Robert, 13th, the final driver on the lead lap, about to be caught by his teammate. But Ryan sat 14th, 1 lap down, and Christian 16th, 2 laps down. He should be gaining that spot on the Williams anytime soon. The race leader goes by, and Markle is closing. The race leader's on a set of softs. Can the race leader go to the end on a set of softs? Well, Markle most likely can go to the end on his set of mediums. And Markle, purple all around, was at the fastest lap. does not say. It still doesn't tell me. But yeah, Ben has set the fastest lap by 121.808. It's not giving me the notifications anymore that anyone has set fastest laps. And now Hector set the now Troy has set the fastest lap for 120.108. Oh, and the Renault has crashed. Very treacherous conditions. The track is transitioning. It looks like the Renault is off the track. We stay green.
Everyone offset.
And now Rolo has set the fastest lap for 119.593. It's almost like qualifying out here. Everybody's setting faster laps. Many things right now set. Fork and Ben into the pit lane.
Crashed.
Oh no, there's damage to the Williams. He might not even get points. Our defending series champ might not even get points in this first race of the next season. Troy even faster, a 119.581. Ben is down and away right now, still set 10th, but Octane goes by for 10. I believe Octane had an incident though. He was stopped on the racetrack a lap or so ago.
Con esta mezcla de combustible durante mucho tiempo, solo llevamos de sobra para una vuelta. Ve pensando en bajar a la mezcla 2.
And wow, very shocking that Ben, of all people, may not even get points. Now he is 11th, and there's still time remaining in the race, but we will see. And Rolo again with the fastest lap for 119.562.
Cuidado, ha habido un percance en el siguiente tramo de la pista. Bandera amarilla, no adelantes. Vale, despejado.
Markle trying to close that gap. 1.6 seconds, then around goes Markle! No! He was trying just a little too hard. He can get back going, but he may not even be able to hold up to that podium.
Los pilotos a los que nos enfrentamos
And
son...
now, when Markle eventually pits, that's going to allow
Muy bien, al coche de detrás le sacamos
anyone in the
6
top
segundos. Tienen
4
medios recién
could be
puestos.
a
Los
first
neumáticos
time
llevan
winner
4
in
vueltas. El
EWRL
último tiempo de
once
vuelta
Markle
ha
pits.
sido 1
There's
minuto
many things will take over that
20,0.
third position when Markle eventually does pit. And Hector will go by. And what a mistake. Markle, understandably, was trying very hard to catch Rolo. And just tried a little too hard and caught the curving at the wrong spot through turn 4. Very treacherous corner on a just newly dried racetrack.
En estos momentos el coche de detrás
Markle into the
rueda
pit
un
lane,
segundo
fitting
por
a
vuelta
set
más
of
rápido que
softs,
nosotros.
replacing the front wing. Is down and away, all the way back to the 7th position, maybe even 8th. He should actually get out in front of the Alfa Romeo. So wow. They'll be racing into turn 1, but looks like Markle will have to go with fresher and softer tires. So, with 7 laps remaining in the Hungarian Grand Prix, the very delayed by 40-minute Hungarian Grand Prix, Rolo is leading, and there's a safety car deployed!
Nada de adelantar, disminuye el ritmo.
Oh! And then later Rolo runs into the racing point!
Revisa el P en F para ver una nueva opción de
Oh
estrategia.
no! He should get to the pit lane quick. He has a large gap. He might still be able to salvage his position with everybody having to go at a reduced rate of speed. But the Racing Point just crashed. And the race leader, Rolo, ran straight into the Racing Point. That's Steven he ran into. And they're both in the pit lane now. And now Pillars takes over the race lead under the safety car with 6 laps remaining in the Grand Prix. They fixed the front wing. Rolo right now sat second. Many things speeding down the front straightaway, followed by Hector. Many things goes to second. Hector to third. Foursquare trying to get Forco do so. And wow, what a race. Our race leader with 7 laps to go. The safety car comes out. He comes out in 5th. Markle with a fresh front wing and fresh soft tires may be able to do something. Sat 6th. Volcanic right now up to 7. Troy heads the pit lane along with Dan and Ben. Not exactly sure what the safety car is for, but my guess might... my guess might be the Racing Point going around.
Another turn 5, the AI for Christian was really slow and then he made contact with me.
Is that what it was for?
Possibly, because it came out immediately after it made contact.
Did you get damage?
Yeah, I took damage. I have yellow wing now.
Oh. And now many people are trying hard to hold on to that second position. Must have made contact with the tire. I'm sorry, the slow, the lap car of Christian.
It was going 50 miles an hour in turn 5 in the middle of the track.
So the safety car out here at Hungary.
I need to go around everybody. It says I'm a lap now.
Oh, he's trying to hop himself.
Is it telling everybody
Nos quedan 5 vueltas de combustible.
Yeah, I don't even know.
If the game is not telling you to pass the safety car.
It was, and then it just stopped. I'm so lost. Now it says stay behind Foursquare.
Just do that.
Wow.
I like how Emerson first still parked.
Recupera posición
All these
inmediatamente los
safety cars, nobody's ran out to get
puede adelantar con el coche de seguridad en pista.
Terrible marshalling.
terrible marshals. But we're working 5 laps to go. We're at least going green with 4 laps to go, possibly, if the safety car goes in this lap. And of the top 3, none of them have won an EWRL race. 2 of them, they're making their first ever EWRL F1 race.
And I haven't gotten my first podium.
So Pillar's right now leading. He doesn't even have a mic. You can't even get an interview with him should he go on to claim the top spot on the podium. How about many things with a damaged front wing, but he will be all over that Ferrari sat in front of him. Hector, who practiced all week, right now in 3rd. I said he better get a podium, and now he's on the podium with coming to 4 laps to go. Foursquare, very consistent all around the schedule, and right now in 4th, he can have a go, but he does have the oldest tires of the top 6. How about Rolo, who was the race leader, right now 5th. We will go another lap under the safety car. Rolo, who's going to restart in 5th, but he has fresh, soft tires. He has 5 cars to overtake. I'm sorry. Yep. 5 cars to overtake. What? The safety car's in the pit lane? We're going green this lap. And green flag back in here. We're racing once again. The Ferrari. Pillars gets an amazing jump. Many things trying to close the gap. Here comes Rolo. A huge run on the lap. Racing Point. Marco looking to go on by as well. Marco will dive into turn number 1. And now Zesty looking on many things for 2nd. Side by side into turn 3, many things. A lack of downforce on that front end. Side by side with the Racing Point. Hector goes to 2nd. How about Foursquare? Right now, Ford trying to hold off Rolo. Rolo dive to the inside of four square. Those are fresh, soft tires. We expected that. Now Rolo looking to get the spot on many things. Marco up to 5th. Coming around to 3 laps remaining in the Hungarian Grand Prix. Rolo all over the gearbox of the McLaren. Oh, he drives it in around, does the Renault. Sliding wide. Oh, and back in the traffic, collects the octane. Oh my god, and another safety car. The race is going to end under safety car. He just obliterated octane.
Wow.
Oh man.
Dude, I can get unlapped this. I wanna
Looks like I'm gonna be Red Bull sole point explorer.
And Pillars might have just won this Grand Prix.
Man, it's really hoping I can get unlapped.
Crazy news is me. If Marco overtakes me on the last lap, then he gives me a nice sprint. So that...
Yes, there is.
Oh man.
Oh, the Renault just came out of nowhere.
Because they're trying to play bumper cars.
Hey man, this is a theme park.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, but Hector might have had a go at the Ferrari.
Why are we checking up?
Because I don't know. They're checking up, so I have to check up.
The pace is slowing up at the front, so then it follows down to the end.
If you feel like you've gotten a wrong penalty, save your clip, and the stewards will review it post-race. Oh, the safety car's going in this lap. We're gonna get another restart with 2 laps to go.
They're checking up so much.
How about a NASCAR-style green-white checker? And now the whole queue, there's a lot of damage going on through the rest of the grid. Everybody checking up. Getting ready to go back to racing once again. Hector all over the Ferrari, trying to keep the car under control. He loses control. He's going wide. Hector going for the race lead and ultimately the race with 2 laps to go at the Hungaro ring. And now that's many things making it 3 wide. Trying to get the second. Marco's trying to get up there. Hector's gone all the way back. Many Things desperately wants a podium, but Marco on severely fresher tires all over the gearbox of Many Things. Interim teammates for the day. Many Things a huge block. Troy up into the 4th position. How about Hector falling back to 5th? What can he do to get back up there on 10 lap old mediums? Stevens put it into the gravel trap, trying to let the faster drivers by. Pillars is driving away. Many Things is holding up Markle.
Oh, my controller wouldn't turn. I need the controller. Ooh.
And now Markle looks to the inside of Many Things. Many Things another huge defensive move, trying to hold on. And now Troy looking for a podium. Oh, and Hector trying to get to the inside of the Mercedes. There was no room down there. Troy all over the gearbox of Markle. Markle desperately trying to find a way around Many Things. Last lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix, and Pillars is driving away with the severely wounded McLaren in 2nd. Now Markle gets to the outside. Many Things onto the curbing. And Markle's going to go for 2nd. And he's clear. Many Things trying to have a go. Markle playing the defensive, and Many Things is going to try to take them both out. Many Things goes around. He'll lose the podium. Trying too hard. Now Pro in 3rd, looking for 2nd. This all goes on 2.3 seconds behind the Ferrari of Pillars. Oh, Troy's losing it, trying to keep the car under control. Many Things still has a chance at the podium. Troy all over the gearbox of Markle. This is 2.7 seconds behind Pillars. They both go wide.
God damn it. And, oh no.
2.7 seconds behind this red Ferrari coming up in the final quarter. Pillars is gonna win the Hungarian Grand Prix in his first EWRL F1 start. Troy gets the second. Many thinks third. Hector fourth. Marco must have had a penalty. He's back to fifth. If he needs to appeal that penalty.
That was the most intense race.
Dan to sixth. Foursquare finishes seventh. Volcanic eighth.
Oh my lord.
Jesus. Wow.
Long race.
Why did I try and be a dumbass and stay on wets? I'll never know.
Wow, what a Grand Prix. Here's our podium celebration.
Thanks, guys.
It is Pillars,
No.
Troy, and I believe many things. What a wild Grand Prix.
Why didn't you ask him? He's in the next room.
Oh, wow. Wow.